Hi there and welcome. We're the Cannon Pack. We're going to do a quick introduction of everybody. There are 16 of them, so it may be a lengthy video, but quick introduction for each pet. Here we go. This is Bruno. He is 13, just turned 13. His birthday is April 3rd, 2008. He is Lab, Chow, English Bulldog, and Australian Shepherd mix. We always thought he had pit mix in him, but DNA test proved us wrong. He came to live with me in 2010. I was managing a boarding facility and his people dropped him off for 4th of July and never came back for him. He's been through obedience classes and he used to go to doggy daycare with me. He'd snuggle with the little dogs on the little dog side. You can kind of see his shaved belly and some of his patchy hair loss. He does have liver cancer and pancreatic cancer, and unfortunately they are inoperable. So he's on chemo, doing pretty good so far. He's slowing down a little bit, but hanging in there. He's a tough boy. We're outside, obviously. We live next to the forest, so he hears all kinds of birds and squirrels catching his attention. So that's Bruno, B-man, big dog, boy dog, good boy. This is BB, full name Brigitte Bardot. She is going to be 11 this year. Her birthday is October 10th. And she came from animal control. Want one more? Good girl. She was found tied up in a parking lot. They assumed she was part of a dog fighting ring. And she failed at 2 foster homes. So she was listed as a VIP pet, which basically means she was on sale. But she's a good girl. You can see she's lost quite a bit of hair. She's allergic to basically everything. So she gets weekly immunotherapy shots. She gets monthly cytopoint shots. She has an inhaler. She has lung disease, thyroid issue. She's a high maintenance girl. She's a good girl. And her skin, she has these plates called calcinosis cutis, where her skin has hardened and it gets these bumps on it. Doesn't seem to bother her, but we hate seeing it. But she's good. She's a crazy girl still for an old lady. She is an American Staffordshire Terrier and a sweet girl. This is Bradley. His birthday is April 24th. He just turned 12. He's not quite as brave being outside as Brynn, since they're indoor cats, but he likes it. He was dropped off in a box at the boarding kennel that I was working at. And he was the only orange one. So he came home with me. Him and Brynn have both been with us since they were little kittens. Good boy, Bradley. They look alike, but not related. He is domestic short hair, where Brynn has some minks. And this is Marty. Marty. He just turned 11. His birthday is January 25th. He came from the animal shelter. He's a very sweet boy. Probably domestic short hair, but he has really silky hair. You can kind of tell in the videos a little bit on some of this peach silver hair he's got up here. But he's a good boy. he gets an inside intro video. He's a bit more wild than the other two, so we don't dare bring him outside for fear that he'll get away. But he's a very sweet boy. Brynn's crying because she doesn't like when someone else gets attention. Marty's very sweet. He purrs almost constantly. He just wants scritches all the time. Good boy. Marty man. He's a good cat. This is Brienne. She is about to turn 11. She was born May 27th, 2010. She is domestic short hair and Manx. A farmer's tomcat bred with a lady's Manx that accidentally got out. And Brynn was the only one with a full tail. And she's an indoor cat, but they come out every once in a while on the deck. We're in their cat condo, so she's intrigued by what's happening outside today, now that spring is here. Let's see if I can get in front of her. Good girl, Brienne. She's a good girl. This is our second lovebird hop. She came from the Humane Society. She was found walking around in a business park, like an office park. Someone had just let her go. And she doesn't fly very well. She just hops around a lot. We got her as a companion for our male lovebird, Billy, and then she started laying eggs. So the Humane Society had thought she was male, but oftentimes with birds you have to do a blood test to be sure. They live in separate houses, but get to come out and play. She's stealing toilet paper rolls from the pigs because she's never happy with her own forage box. So this is little Hop. Playing with cardboard. And this is Cinnamon. She is a crested. She's got this cute crest. She was born January 26th of 17, or at least that's the birthday she had from the Humane Society. And she was our first guinea pig. We adopted her with what we think was her mom, Coco. Unfortunately, we've lost Coco since. But Cinnamon's a good girl. She's getting up there. She is going blind, so she has a hard time. She gets extra food. Take her out separately, make sure she's getting enough to eat. She also has persistent inflammation around her bladder, so she does get Medicam every day to help with that. And we give it with some vitamin C. She takes it really easy. Otherwise, she's a healthy old lady with a good appetite. We call her Boss Pig or Big Pig. She keeps all the other girls in line. And after Reeses and Pieces had their babies, we tried to put all 9 girls together. But Pieces had been used to being in charge of her 3 girls. And so she tried to take charge of the whole herd. So her and Cinnamon fought. And so we have 2 herds. So we have Cinnamon, she's the boss of the big pigs. So that's her, Cookie, Sugar, Reeses, and Reese's baby Peanut. And then Pieces is the boss pig of her little herd of her 3 babies, Cashew, Almond, and Pecan. Cinnamon's a good girl. it's okay. It's just me petting you. He's a good girl. You keep snacking. This is Cookie. Cookie came from animal control. When Coco was getting sick, we knew we would need a new friend for Cinnamon. So to help that transition, we found Cookie. We had been looking to see who needed a home. We found Cookie. Cinnamon and Coco came to us from the Humane Society with those names. So then when we found Cookie, a lone girl with the name Cookie, we figured it was meant to be with all the sweet names. And she has an extra toe on this back foot. Sometimes it looks like she has a piece of poop hanging there. Here, let's see your toesy. So she does have that extra little toe. It doesn't hurt her. Vet said as long as it's not bothering her or getting caught anywhere, we just leave it alone. Right, Cooks? You're a good girl. And Cookie's birthday is August 22nd of 2019. At least that's the birthday we gave her, based on animal control's guess of her age. Right, silly girl. You're a pretty girl. It's Cookie. Right, you're a good girl. She's Cinnamon's best buddy. Now that Cinnamon's losing her sight, Cookie helps to make sure she finds her way to the food bowl. Oh, you hear the burp? It's okay, he won't get you. It's okay. It's okay. Good girl. Yeah, that's Cookie. Yes, that's you. Good girl. This is Sugar. She was born September 7th of 2020. Not quite a year. She's a good girl. She's Himalayan, so she's all white except these little gray spots on her ears. And we got her when Coco passed. When we lost her, we had Cinnamon and Cookie, but they didn't seem to be getting along as well as they had when they were a trio. So doing some research, it sounded like trios for girls might work out best sometimes. So one isn't bullying the other. And there weren't any in the shelters. So we looked on Craigslist and we saw a lady had an ad for pigs she was trying to get rid of because she was moving across country and she was actually breeding the guinea pigs to feed as a raw diet to her dogs. So we had to step in, right, Shug? So I reached out. She only had one girl left. That was little Shug. They had been calling her Whitey. So I went and picked her up. And when I was there, the lady said that she had 2 other females that someone else was supposed to come get, but didn't pick up. And asked if I wanted those 2 as well. So Sugar came with Reese's and her baby Pieces. She's a good girl. This is Reese's. She came to live with us last October of 2020, along with Sugar. And Reese's also came with her baby that we named Pieces. So Reese's was about a year when we adopted her. We gave her the birthday of July 7th of 2019. And her daughter Pieces was just a baby yet. So we gave her the birthday of July 7th of 2020. And adopting them is really where we found out guinea pig math. So when we were picking up Sugar, we thought, of course, we'll take these two also. We didn't want them to go back to the dog food place. So we thought 3, 5 isn't really a big difference. We had a 4x6 CNC cage planned. Where you going, Mama? But we quickly realized that both Reese's and her baby Pieces were pregnant. Come back, Mama. Come back, Mama. She's a good girl. So shortly after getting them, end of October, Reese's had 1 baby. That's Peanut. And Pieces had 3 babies. And they are Cashew, Almond, and Pecan. So we went from thinking we'd have 5 to then having 9. And we decided right away that we'd keep all of the babies. We've had to rehome one pet before. We've had to rehome a lizard before when we moved cross country. And we couldn't stop thinking about her after doing that. So we knew we wouldn't be able to give the babies away or adopt them out without always wondering about them. And it turned out that all the babies were girls. So we have 9 happy girl pigs. Oh, Billy making a guest appearance. He's a girl, Reese. What's that bird doing? Is he coming to get you? He wants your lettuce, I think. He's a good mama. And Reese's is my licker. Every once in a while she'll give licks. There you go, that's a good girl. He's a good mama. You gonna lay down? You're a good girl. Yes, he's a good girl. And this is Pieces. So she came with her mom, Reese's, and Sugar from the lady that was breeding guinea pigs to feed to her dogs. He's a good girl. So we got them October 4th of 2020. Her mom Reese's had her baby Peanut October 28th, and then just a few days later, November 6th, Pieces had her triplets. And she was so tiny herself that having 3 big babies in there, she got real big. She was a good mama. She actually had 4. One wasn't fully developed, and so she didn't chew that one out of the birth sac, the amniotic sac. So she had 4 and lost 1. We buried that one in the backyard. She's a very good mama. She does like extra snacks. She's probably our best eater. We tried to incorporate everyone back into a 6x8 CNC cage. Her and Cinnamon got into a fight. Cinnamon has always been the pig in charge, but after being the boss of her own little herd, she wanted to be the boss of the big herd. So now we have 2 little herds, the 5 big girls, including Peanut, in a 4x6, and then connected to that is Pieces and her 3 babies in a 4x6. Then both cages have a 10, 11 cube loft with 2 ramps. He's a hungry mama. You like extra snacks. And this is Peanut Butter Cup. Usually just call her Peanut. She is Reese's baby. So we adopted Reese's with her first baby, Pieces. That was October 4th. And October 28th, 2020, this little girl popped out. She is pretty shy. She's also my biter. Here, turn this way for a minute. Turn this way for a minute. Good girl. Very sweet girl. He's not coming, it's okay. So she's the one baby that lives with the big pigs. So she does live with her mom, Reese's, and the other big girls. She likes to try to boss them around. Good girl. And that's Peanut. There you go. Is that what you want? You want a tent? There you go. Good girl. And this is Cashew. She is the biggest of Pieces' babies. So she's about 50 grams bigger than Pecan. And she's probably 100, a little over 100 grams smaller than her mom. Pieces isn't very big. She's just under 1,100 grams. She's a bit smaller than our other girls. So I don't think the triplets will get very big. So she's a little bit more growing to do for Cashew. But otherwise she's almost there. You're a good girl. She is her mom's little sidekick. She's always with Pieces. They're always together. Huh. You're a good girl. And she's all this tan and white. Good girl. Can I put your tent down? It's okay. You're just showing off your caboose? Here, I'll put your tent up. You can have more snack. It's a good girl. And here's Pecan, another one of Pieces' babies, born in November of last year. She used to be the smallest, but she's now 30 or 40 grams bigger than Almond. So she's now the middle child, and Almond is my littlest pig. And she is all black and white. Good girl, where are you going? Want some snack? And this is Almond. She's the smallest of Pieces' babies. Hi, Bill. You're scaring the little pig. Yes. You're scaring the little pig. So Almond is the smallest of Pieces' babies, the triplets. You're okay. He's just a noisy burb. So they were born November 6th of last year, of 2020. Just little babies. And she's all chocolate brown except this little spot on her nose. So She's got a little spot on her chin of white. And then she's got just a couple white hairs up here. And then she's got white little toes. What you doing, little potato? You want some snack? I know, he's got you nervous, huh? This is Billy. He was born September 3rd, 2016. He was part of an unexpected clutch from a breeder. And so he came to live with us. So he does have a wristband on from the breeder. And sharing a snack with his sister Hap. Are you good birds? Are the pigs making noise at you? Good girl. And I'm Christine. There are so many pets that need rescuing, and we try to grab the ones that need the most help. That often means high maintenance pets or ones with costly issues. But that also means that our house is always full of laughter. So come along with us as we learn and grow together. Follow us here and on Instagram at The Cannon Pack.